All right, so the next series we're going to be looking at is going to be from inside the butterfly guard. So butterfly guard, I want both my feet on the inside of my partner's thighs, just like this. And initially we're going to be starting out kind of flat. Now ultimately I want to try to get to my hip if possible for what we're going to be looking at, but for now, this right here will be okay starting position. So once we're here, a lot of times we want to think about getting single underhooks, double underhooks, things like that. But a lot of times it's difficult starting out. So we're going to start, I'm going to come up, I'm going to control the back of my partner's neck, and then I'm going to try to make contact with the shoulder. I slide down, and then I come and I grab this wrist. The sweep we're going to look at here is going to be pretty quick. So what I'm looking at doing is I'm going to be shifting my hip out to the side. That way I can face the arm that I'm controlling. Now my knee that is up, it's very important I keep good contact with the top of my foot on my partner's thigh. And my other foot, I'm going to be using that on the mat to really push. And as I push, look, I kick, and I use that to carry me to the top position. So we're here at control, shift my hip out, big push, I pull with my arms, I kick, and then we finish with our sweep. From here, if he's close, I can just step over to the mount. If I kicked and he went a pretty good distance, I just rotate up and establish this topside control position. Starting out with this butterfly guard position, again, we've got control of our partner's neck, we've got control of our partner's wrist, and then we're here. So again, pretty good grips, but again, the hand on the wrist is not necessarily going to be the most secure. So what happens a lot is whenever I push back and I pull, not uncommon at all for me to take that hand and post it out. So we're here. Now from here, a person did exactly what they're supposed to do. They've got a very good post. So once that happens, my hand's going to let go of my partner's wrist. I'm going to kind of shoot my arm through, and then I'm going to fall to that side. But as I shoot my arm through, my arm makes contact with my partner's arm, and then I'm pulling my arm up and around my hip. And then we finish with our sweep. From here, I'm going to hit the hip, use that to climb to the top mount position. Next one we've got, I'm here, I've got control of the back of my partner's head, I'm here and I'm controlling my partner's wrist. Just like before, I go to push, I go to pull, my partner posts his arm on the mat, and then I find myself here. I'm gonna try the same technique we just looked at. So if I drop to my side, I wrap this up, but again, pretty strong grip on the mat. I'm not just gonna be able to pull that arm up. So, whenever I run into this, is what we're gonna look at doing. The hand that is on the back of my partner's neck, I can either come across, drop the elbow down, or I can bring it across here, and I want to think about getting a little bit deeper underneath my partner's armpit. And then I'm going flat back on my hips to start with. Now from here, I want to make sure I'm keeping good pressure down on my partner's shoulder. And a lot of times, once I start applying that pressure, I get a little bit of resistance. And that resistance is normally they start to drive back into it. So as they drive, my forearm's underneath my partner's neck. I'm going to move my hip out, so I shift my hip out. Top side of the kicks, and then I'm guiding my partner over with this elbow and this forearm. From here, staying tight, I hook the hip. We use that to climb to the top.